Hola!
Hola!
Bienvenidos a LightSpeed Spanish.
Bienvenidos.
This week we continue on our series of early intermediate number 4, and we're going to talk about directions, asking directions here in Spain. ¿Sí?
Sí.
Pues hablamos de todo en la segunda parte.
Directions or directions?
Directions. I don't know.
Direct or direct?
Direct.
But can you say direct?
Direct.
Can you
Yeah.
say direction?
Direction, of course you can, yeah. But I say
like
direct and
direction?
direction, yeah.
You're the direction.
I'm a die. I'm die from Wales. I like the die. Okay, so moving on to directions.
Directions.
Or directions. Cynthia, here in Spain, if you want to stop somebody in the street, what's the word that you use?
If I want to stop somebody in the street,
You don't say, para! No, excuse me. You want to say excuse me.
perdone.
Okay, perdone. What's the difference between perdone and perdona?
Perdone usted, perdona tú.
Okay, so in the street, typically you don't know the person. It's safer to say perdone, just because it's kind of like, you know, I'm being very respectful here, yeah? Especially when you're stopping people in the street. Yeah,
And especially if they are older.
yeah, for sure. Oh, but what's the difference if perdone usted, excuse me, perdona tú, excuse me, perdón?
Perdón, in English, excuse me. Perdón is when you've done something and you want to excuse yourself. Like, oh, perdón.
You bumped into somebody or something, so you're saying sorry.
You typically,
Yeah.
yes.
It's like a sorry.
Oh, perdón, perdón.
It's not
Or
excuse
disculpe,
me.
Disculpe,
Ah.
as well, you could say.
See, again, I don't hear it as much as perdone. Perdone, I hear much more here in Spain. I used to hear disculpe loads in Mexico. But disculpe usted, disculpa tú. Yeah? It's the same.
You could also say, ay, perdóname. Tú, perdóneme, usted.
Perdóneme. Mhm.
See?
Okay.
Like, oh, forgive me.
Okay.
Forgive me. It would be forgive me, really, perdóneme.
Yeah, yeah.
Or perdóname. Like if you bump into someone by accident, ay, perdóneme.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, yeah.
Or perdón, as well.
Perdón, yeah. But when you're stopping somebody because you want to ask them something, perdone.
Yeah. Or you can use the comodín one that you can use in all the situations, disculpe. Or disculpa. Tú, disculpe usted.
Ajá,
Disculpa
disculpe.
could be forgive me, excuse me.
That covers everything, yeah?
Everything. So if you're
Okay.
unsure, you can say
Okay.
disculpa, disculpe.
So when I was learning Spanish, I learned from a book how to ask for directions, and it went like this. Perdone usted, ¿me puede decir dónde está
Caballero.
el banco Santander? Okay. Now, that for me was like, what a mouthful. What a mouthful. And you've got to get it all out quickly because people don't like to be stopped. They just want, what do you want? Yeah? Imagine you go, perdone usted, ¿me puede...? And
Will you
then,
be so kind as to tell
no,
me?
would you be so kind as to tell me? But when you, only if you want to, you don't need to. Yeah. Then I came to Spain and I was walking along the road and I saw this car pull up and it was a window winding down. It was a long time ago. Right? We still wound windows down. Wound his window down and he said, Perdone, la Plaza Mayor. And I thought, where's all that bit beforehand? Usted me puede...
Well, if you're driving and you're in a rush with
Yeah.
people, the cars around you, you don't want to go. Excuse me, would you be so kind? No.
But I hear that a lot,
Perdone,
and I
la
thought,
plaza.
wow, how much more simple. Excuse me, the main square?
Would you not do the same in England?
No, in England.
Oh.
No.
What would you
We'd
say?
have to prefix it with a bit of niceness.
Okay, what would you say?
Excuse me, I wonder if you could tell me...
Ay, come on. That's
Yeah.
not true. So if you're in a road, like, you just...
We would have to at least say,
There are
could
cars
you tell
around
me?
you. They're about to
Excuse
honk.
me, could you tell me where Could you tell me? We couldn't be just going, excuse me, the main square. People go, I beg your pardon. How very dare you. Or we would pretend not to hear them. We would pretend just not to hear them. No. But I thought, wow, just say what you want. I've heard it.
Just say what you want.
Where you want to go. Excuse me, the main square. But also, I've heard para ir o para llegar a la Plaza Mayor.
Sí, para llegar, para ir a la Plaza Mayor.
Perdone, para llegar a la Plaza Mayor. So in order to arrive there, and then obviously intrinsically in that statement is how.
Obviously.
Yeah. So that's, don't stress too much about having to do the full-winded thing. Just
a cool verb that you don't have in English, we have in Spanish and in Portuguese. I don't know. You tell me if they have it in French. The verb quedar, ficar in Portuguese. Perdone, ¿dónde queda la plaza? ¿Dónde? In English, you don't have that verb. In that sense, in English it would be where is. The square.
Where can one find the square?
¿Dónde queda is queda is not to find.
No, but that's the only version we could use, a kind of an idea.
In English it would be where is the square.
Where is the square?
¿Dónde está la plaza? But also we could say ¿dónde queda la plaza? La plaza queda, and then you can measure it with time or distance. Like queda a 1 minuto de aquí, queda a 100 metros.
And it's important to add, just to highlight something that Cynthia said. When you want to know how far something is, in time, distance, you use the preposition a. Yeah? ¿A cuánto está?
¿A cuánto está?
¿A cuánto está la plaza? Yeah? A unos 100 metros o a unos 2 minutos andando.
Yeah, because we're saying it's at 100 meters.
Yeah.
It's at 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say that in English. Obviously, it sounds off.
No.
But that's why we say ah.
The it would be our away. It's 2 minutes away from here. Yeah. It's 100 meters away.
And we would say it's at 2 minutes.
Away, yeah?
It's at 100 meters.
Okay. But that's the easy bit. Yeah, that's the easy bit. Para llegar a la Plaza Mayor, then they're going to tell you how to get there.
And that's where Google Maps comes in handy.
Well, scientifically, it's proven now, that we are only able to manage 3 instructions in a row. Beyond that, our mind goes la 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 la.
And the way, I suppose that this is international, but if it's really complicated, you send the person up to a point and then you say, y allí pregunte, and ask there. Because you, instead of saying, so if it's too complicated, you just say 2 or 3 things.
Sure.
And then you say, y allí pregunte, and ask there. And then you get there and then you ask.
Good idea. I don't know whether we use that system in the UK. We just tell everybody and everyone goes, oh, yeah. And then they can only remember the first 3. Yeah. So let's do some basic